Hello, beautiful soul. I want you to know that you are so welcome here, right now, in this very moment. Take a gentle breath with me and allow yourself to settle into this space we're creating together. You found your way here because something inside you is ready for a shift around money, around abundance, around your relationship with wealth, and that takes such courage. I understand that talking about money can bring up so many feelings. Maybe your heart feels heavy when you think about your bank account. Perhaps there's a tightness in your chest when bills arrive in the mail. Or maybe you feel a familiar knot in your stomach when you hear others talking about their financial success. These feelings are so natural, and they're telling us something important about the beliefs we've been carrying. You are not broken. You are not lacking. You are not behind where you should be. You are exactly where you need to be for your next beautiful step forward. The fact that you're here, open to learning something new about wealth and abundance, tells me that your heart is ready to receive. And that readiness is everything. Many of us have learned to whisper when we talk about money, as if it's something shameful or too personal to discuss openly. We've been taught that wanting financial security makes us greedy, or that spiritual people shouldn't care about material things. But money is simply energy, and energy wants to flow freely and abundantly through our lives. There's nothing wrong with wanting to feel safe, secure, and free to live the life your heart desires. Right now, I want you to place your hand on your heart and feel that steady, faithful rhythm. This heart of yours has been beating for you every single day of your life, never taking a break, never asking for permission, never doubting its worth. Your heart knows how to receive, how to pump life-giving blood to every cell in your body without question. This same heart can learn to receive abundance with the same natural ease. The journey we're about to take together isn't about manipulating the universe or forcing money to come to you. It's about returning to your natural state of abundance, the state you were born to live in. When you were a tiny baby, you never questioned whether you deserved to be fed, to be held, to be cared for. You simply expected good things to flow to you, and they did. Somewhere along the way, many of us learned to question our worthiness, to doubt that good things could be ours. Today, we're going to gently uncover what's been blocking that natural flow of abundance in your life. We're going to look at the old stories you've been telling yourself about money, about your worth, about what you deserve. And most importantly, we're going to discover together how just two simple words can completely transform your relationship with wealth. I know that might sound too simple, maybe even impossible. Your mind might be saying, if it were that easy, wouldn't everyone be wealthy? But sometimes the most powerful truths are also the simplest ones. Sometimes we've been making things much harder than they need to be, carrying heavy beliefs that were never ours to begin with. As we begin this journey together, I want you to know that transformation doesn't require you to become someone different. It simply asks you to remember who you really are underneath all those learned fears and limitations. You are a magnificent being, deserving of all good things. You came into this world with everything you need already inside you. We're just going to help you remember and access that inner abundance. So breathe with me again and let yourself feel held in this moment. Let yourself feel curious about what's possible. Let yourself imagine that your relationship with money could be peaceful, joyful, even loving. Because it absolutely can be, and you absolutely deserve that peace. Now let's gently explore together how so many of us ended up carrying similar struggles around money and abundance. Understanding our shared patterns can help us feel less alone and more compassionate with ourselves as we create new, healthier relationships with wealth. If you've ever felt like you're the only one who struggles with money, let me gently tell you that you are far from alone. There's a universal story that so many of us share when it comes to our relationship with abundance, and understanding this story can help us feel such compassion for ourselves and others. This story often begins very early in life, before we even had words to understand what was happening. As little ones, we absorbed everything around us like tiny sponges. We listened to the conversations between the adults in our lives, and we felt their emotions even when they thought we weren't paying attention. When money was discussed with worry, fear, or anger, we learned that money was something to be anxious about. When we heard phrases like, "Money doesn't grow on trees," or "We can't afford that," we began to believe that abundance was limited and scarce. Many of us learned to associate money with conflict. Perhaps we witnessed arguments between our parents about finances, or felt the tension in the house when bills arrived. As children, we naturally assumed that if the adults in our lives were worried about money, then money must be dangerous or bad somehow. We learned to expect lack rather than abundance, struggle rather than ease. Some of us grew up hearing that money is the root of all evil, or that good people don't care about money. These well-meaning teachings created such confusion in our young hearts. We wanted to be good people, so we learned to push money away, to feel guilty about wanting financial security, to believe that we had to choose between being spiritual and being prosperous. Others learned that money equals love. When there was money, parents were happier and more available. When money was tight, there was stress and distance. This created a deep belief that our worth and the love we receive are tied to our financial status. As adults, we might find ourselves working frantically to earn more, believing that our value as human beings depends on our bank account balance. Many of us also inherited specific patterns from our family lines. Grandparents who lived through the Great Depression passed down deep fears about scarcity. Parents who worked multiple jobs taught us that money only comes through struggle and sacrifice. These patterns live in our bodies and our nervous systems, even when our logical minds tell us things could be different. The beautiful truth is that these patterns were learned, which means they can be unlearned. These beliefs about money and abundance were given to us by people who were doing their best with what they knew at the time. They weren't trying to limit us, they were trying to protect us based on their own experiences with lack and struggle. What's so powerful to understand is that these old patterns are not your truth. They're simply outdated software running in your mental computer, programs that were installed long ago and are ready to be updated. You are not destined to repeat the financial struggles of your parents or grandparents. You are not bound by the limitations that others experienced. When we recognize these universal patterns, we can begin to feel such tenderness for ourselves and for all the others who are carrying similar wounds. We can see that our money struggles aren't personal failures or character flaws. They're simply the natural result of growing up in a world where most people have forgotten their true abundant nature. This awareness creates space for healing. When we stop judging ourselves for our financial fears and start understanding where they came from, we can begin to respond to them with love instead of criticism. We can start to see our younger selves who learned these protective patterns and offer them the reassurance they needed then, but didn't receive. The invitation now is to begin looking at your own money story with gentle curiosity rather than harsh judgment. What did you learn about abundance in your early years? What did the important people in your life believe about money? How did those beliefs shape the way you think and feel about wealth today? These questions aren't meant to blame anyone, but simply to help you understand why certain patterns feel so automatic and strong. As we become aware of these inherited patterns, we create the possibility for choice. We can begin to consciously decide which beliefs serve us and which ones we're ready to release. We can start to write a new story about abundance, one that honors our true worth and opens us to receive all the good that life wants to give us. And this brings us to something truly magical. There's a way to begin shifting these old patterns that's so simple, so accessible, and so powerful that it might surprise you. It doesn't require years of therapy or complicated techniques. It doesn't cost money or demand that you become a different person. It's something you can begin right now, in this very moment, and it will start changing your energy around abundance immediately. What I'm about to share with you has been one of the most transformative discoveries of my own journey with abundance. It's something that indigenous cultures have known for thousands of years, something that spiritual teachers have whispered about throughout history, and something that modern science is now proving to be one of the fastest ways to shift our energy and attract more good into our lives. These two words have the power to completely transform your relationship with money, with abundance, with receiving all the good that the universe wants to shower upon you. They can heal old wounds around worth and deserving. They can shift your energy from scarcity to abundance in moments. They can open doors to opportunities you never expected and invite prosperity to flow toward you in the most beautiful, natural ways. The two words that can crack the code to wealth and abundance are simply this: thank you. Yes, you heard that correctly. Thank you. Two of the most common words in our language, and yet when we truly understand their power and begin to use them consciously, they become the master key that unlocks the door to abundance in every area of our lives. Now, before your mind starts protesting and telling you this can't possibly be that simple, let me explain what makes these words so incredibly powerful. When we say thank you from a place of genuine appreciation, we are doing something magical. We are acknowledging that good things are already present in our lives. We are declaring that we are the kind of person who receives blessings. We are telling the universe that we notice and value what we've been given. Gratitude is the fastest way to shift from a vibration of lack to a vibration of abundance. When we focus on what we don't have, we create more experiences of not having. But when we focus on what we do have, even if it seems small, we create more experiences of having. This isn't just spiritual philosophy, it's how energy works in our universe. Think about how you feel when someone genuinely appreciates something you've done for them. Doesn't it make you want to do even more for that person? The universe responds to us in much the same way. When we appreciate what we've already received, more good things begin flowing toward us naturally. But here's what makes this even more powerful. Most of us have been trained to notice what's wrong, what's missing, what's not working in our financial lives. We wake up thinking about bills we need to pay, money we don't have, things we can't afford. We've been practicing scarcity thinking so consistently that it's become our default mode. Gratitude practice literally rewires our brains to look for abundance instead of lack. When you begin to say thank you for the money that does come into your life, even if it's a small amount, you're training your awareness to notice abundance. When you appreciate the roof over your head, the food in your kitchen, the clothes in your closet, you're acknowledging that you are already wealthy in so many ways. This shift in perception begins to attract more wealth because you're operating from the energy of someone who already has abundance. The beautiful thing about gratitude is that you can practice it no matter what your current financial situation looks like. You don't need to wait until you have more money to start being grateful. In fact, starting right where you are is what creates the energetic shift that allows more money to flow to you. You can be grateful for the dollar in your wallet, for the free sunset you witnessed yesterday, for the friend who bought you coffee, for the unexpected refund you received. Every thank you you offer with genuine feeling is like making a deposit in your abundance account. You're telling life that you're awake, that you're paying attention, that you value what you've been given. And life responds by giving you more to appreciate. This practice also begins to heal the old wounds around worth and deserving that so many of us carry. When we're genuinely grateful for what we have, we're automatically affirming that we're worthy of receiving good things. We're not begging or demanding or trying to prove our worthiness. We're simply acknowledging that we are naturally deserving of abundance, and we're appreciating what's already flowing to us. The two words "thank you" also carry the energy of completion and openness simultaneously. When we say thank you for what we've received, we're completing that cycle of receiving with grace. And when we complete one cycle gracefully, we immediately open ourselves to receive the next gift that wants to come to us. What makes this practice even more powerful is that you can begin using it in future tense as well. You can say thank you for the abundance that's already on its way to you, even before you can see it with your physical eyes. This kind of grateful expectation is like sending out a magnetic invitation to prosperity. As we deepen into this practice together, you'll discover that these two simple words begin to change not just your bank account, but your entire experience of life. Gratitude has the power to transform your relationships, your health, your sense of purpose, and your connection to the infinite abundance that is always available to you. The invitation is to begin right now, in this moment, to look around your life and find even the smallest thing you can genuinely appreciate. Maybe it's the device you're using to listen to these words, or the fact that you have access to this information, or the quiet moment you've created for yourself to learn something new. Whatever it is, let yourself feel genuine appreciation for it and offer those two powerful words: thank you. This is where your transformation begins, with this simple recognition that you are already surrounded by abundance, and your grateful heart is the key that unlocks even more. Now that we've discovered the incredible power of these two words, let's explore together what actually happens in your body and mind when you practice genuine appreciation. Understanding this will help you trust the process even more deeply and give you confidence in the beautiful changes that are already beginning to unfold within you. When you speak or even think the words "thank you" with genuine feeling, something remarkable happens in your brain. Scientists have discovered that gratitude literally rewires your neural pathways, creating new connections that make it easier and more natural to notice abundance in your life. Every time you appreciate something, you're strengthening what researchers call your gratitude muscle, making it stronger and more automatic. Your brain has something called the reticular activating system, which acts like a filter for all the information coming at you every moment. This system determines what you notice and what you ignore based on what you've trained it to find important. When you've been focused on lack and struggle, your brain becomes expert at spotting everything that confirms that belief. But when you begin practicing gratitude regularly, you literally retrain this system to notice abundance instead. This isn't just positive thinking or wishful dreaming. This is actual, measurable change happening in your brain structure. When you practice appreciation consistently, you develop what neuroscientists call positive neural bias. Your brain becomes wired to look for good things, opportunities, and abundance rather than problems, lack, and limitation. But the changes go even deeper than your brain. When you feel genuine gratitude, your heart begins to beat in a more coherent rhythm. This coherent heart rhythm sends signals throughout your entire body that create a state of harmony and balance. Your stress hormones decrease, your immune system strengthens, and your body naturally shifts into a state that's open to receiving good things. There's also something beautiful that happens with your energy field when you practice appreciation. Everything in the universe vibrates at different frequencies, including your thoughts and emotions. Gratitude vibrates at one of the highest frequencies possible, similar to love and joy. When you're genuinely grateful, you're literally broadcasting a signal of abundance and openness that attracts similar high-frequency experiences into your life. This is why wealthy people often seem to effortlessly attract more wealth. It's not that they're greedy or manipulative. It's that they've learned to vibrate at the frequency of abundance. They expect good things to come to them. They appreciate what they have, and they remain open to receiving more. Their energy naturally draws opportunities, connections, and resources toward them. The beautiful thing is that you don't need to already be wealthy to access this abundant vibration. You can begin right where you are by appreciating what you already have. A grateful heart that appreciates a simple meal vibrates at the same frequency as a grateful heart that appreciates a luxury vacation. The universe responds to the gratitude itself, not to the size of what you're grateful for. When you understand this on a deep level, you realize that you have access to abundance frequency anytime you choose it. You don't need to wait for your circumstances to change to start feeling abundant. You can feel abundant right now by appreciating the wealth that's already present in your life, even if it looks different than you expected. Your body also begins to physically relax when you practice appreciation regularly. So many of us hold tension and stress in our bodies around money, and this tension actually blocks the flow of abundance. When you're in a state of stress and contraction, you're energetically pushing good things away from you. But when you're in a state of gratitude and appreciation, your body naturally opens and expands, creating space for more good to flow to you. The most beautiful part is that this isn't something you need to force or manufacture. Gratitude is your natural state. As a child, you felt wonder and appreciation for simple things like bubbles or flowers or kind voices. That capacity for appreciation is still inside you, just waiting to be awakened again. When you practice saying thank you with genuine feeling, you're not learning something new. You're remembering something you've always known. This scientific understanding helps explain why gratitude practices have been part of spiritual traditions for thousands of years. Ancient wisdom keepers understood that appreciation was the key to living in harmony with the abundant nature of the universe. Now, modern science is proving what they always knew. Gratitude literally transforms us at the cellular level and opens us to receive more of life's blessings. As we prepare to put this understanding into practice, trust that every thank you offer is creating real, measurable change in your brain, your body, and your energy field. You're not just thinking positive thoughts, you're actively rewiring yourself for abundance and training your entire being to expect and receive good things. Now let's explore together how to weave this powerful practice into the very beginning of each day, creating a foundation of abundance that will support you through whatever comes your way. The morning hours are such a precious time because your mind is most open and receptive after sleep, making it the perfect time to set your abundance frequency for the entire day. Creating a morning gratitude practice doesn't require you to wake up hours earlier or completely restructure your routine. It's about bringing conscious appreciation into the moments you already have, transforming ordinary activities into abundance rituals that align you with prosperity from the moment you open your eyes. The very first moment of consciousness when you wake up is like planting a seed for how your entire day will unfold. Instead of immediately reaching for your phone or jumping into your to-do list, this is your opportunity to gently connect with appreciation and set your energy for receiving abundance throughout the day. Before you even get out of bed, while you're still in that soft space between sleep and full wakefulness, place your hand on your heart and offer a simple thank you for the gift of another day. Feel the warmth of your body under the covers, appreciate the comfort of your bed, and acknowledge that you are alive and breathing and ready to receive whatever good wants to come to you today. As you rise and move through your morning routine, look for small things to appreciate. Thank your feet for carrying you to the bathroom. Appreciate the warm water flowing from your faucet and consider how many people don't have access to clean water. Feel grateful for your toothbrush, for the roof over your head, for the clothes you put on. These might seem like tiny things, but each appreciation is building your abundance muscle and tuning your frequency to expect good things. When you're preparing your morning beverage, whether it's coffee, tea, or water, hold the cup in your hands and take a moment to feel genuine gratitude for this simple pleasure. Appreciate the farmers who grew the coffee beans or tea leaves, the people who made the cup possible, the abundance of clean water. Let yourself feel connected to the web of abundance that brought this simple gift to you. If you eat breakfast, turn this into an appreciation practice as well. Thank the earth for growing your food, appreciate the nourishment your body is about to receive, and feel grateful for your ability to taste and enjoy. When we truly appreciate our food, we're acknowledging that we live in an abundant universe that provides for our needs. One of the most powerful practices you can add to your morning is spending just 3 to 5 minutes writing down specific things you're grateful for financially. This might feel challenging at first, especially if money has been a source of stress, but this is exactly why it's so transformative. Start with the smallest things you can find to appreciate about your financial life. You might write, "Thank you for the $5 in my wallet. Thank you for my ability to earn money. Thank you for the free parking space I found yesterday. Thank you for my friend who bought me lunch. Thank you for my skills and talents that create value. Thank you for unexpected coins I found in my pocket." The key is to feel genuine appreciation for each item as you write it down. As this practice becomes more natural, you can begin to appreciate larger aspects of your financial life. Thank you for your job, even if it's not perfect. Thank you for your home, even if you're renting. Thank you for your car, even if it's old. Thank you for your health that allows you to work. Thank you for the education or experience you've gained that makes you valuable. The magic happens when you begin to appreciate money itself as energy and flow rather than as scarce objects to be hoarded. You can say, "Thank you, money, for being willing to flow through my life. Thank you for being energy that connects me with others and allows me to exchange value. Thank you for the freedom you provide and the good you allow me to do in the world." You can also practice future-focused appreciation in your morning routine. This isn't about pretending things are different than they are, but about appreciating the abundance that's already moving toward you. You might say, "Thank you for the perfect opportunities that are opening for me today. Thank you for the unexpected money that's coming to me. Thank you for the people who want to support my success. Thank you for my growing prosperity and financial freedom." Another beautiful morning practice is to appreciate your body and its capacity to create wealth. Thank your hands for their ability to work and create. Appreciate your mind for its intelligence and creativity. Feel grateful for your voice that can communicate value to others. Acknowledge your heart that can connect with people and build relationships that support mutual prosperity. If you have a few extra minutes, you can practice what I call abundance breathing. Take slow, deep breaths, and with each inhale, breathe in appreciation for all the abundance already in your life. With each exhale, breathe out gratitude for all the abundance that's flowing toward you. Let yourself feel filled up with appreciation and surrounded by prosperity. As you prepare to leave your home for the day, take a moment to appreciate your living space and set an intention for abundance to follow you wherever you go. You might say, "Thank you for this home that shelters and nurtures me. As I go out into the world today, I carry this energy of gratitude with me, and I trust that abundance will meet me wherever I am." The beautiful thing about creating this morning foundation of appreciation is that it naturally changes how you move through your entire day. When you start from abundance consciousness, you notice opportunities you might have missed before. You feel more confident and open. You're more likely to take positive action because you're operating from a feeling of already being blessed rather than desperately trying to get something you lack. This practice also helps you handle any financial stress or challenges that arise during the day from a place of groundedness rather than panic. When you've started your day by acknowledging all the abundance already in your life, unexpected expenses or financial worries don't knock you completely off balance. You're able to respond from a place of trust rather than fear. The morning is also a beautiful time to set gentle intentions for how you want to interact with money throughout the day. You might intend to appreciate every dollar that flows through your hands, to look for opportunities to practice generosity, or to notice abundance in unexpected places. These intentions help you stay conscious and grateful around money instead of handling it automatically or stressfully. What's most important is that your morning practice feels good to you and fits naturally into your life. Start with just one or two elements that resonate with you and let your practice grow organically. The goal isn't to create another item on your to-do list, but to weave appreciation so naturally into your morning that it becomes as automatic as brushing your teeth. As your morning gratitude practice deepens, you'll begin to notice that abundance consciousness becomes your default setting rather than something you have to remember to access. You'll find yourself naturally appreciating things throughout the day, automatically looking for good things to be grateful for, and expecting prosperity to show up in your life in beautiful, unexpected ways. Now that we've established this beautiful foundation of daily appreciation, it's time to gently address the deeper patterns that might be blocking abundance from flowing freely in your life. These blocks often live in our subconscious minds as old beliefs and emotional wounds around money, and appreciation becomes our gentle tool for healing and transforming them. Many of us carry what we might call money trauma from our past experiences or inherited family patterns. These traumas create energetic blocks in our system that prevent us from receiving the abundance that wants to flow to us. The beautiful news is that appreciation has the power to heal these old wounds and release these blocks with such gentleness and love. When we try to force ourselves to release limiting beliefs or fight against our money fears, we often create more resistance and tension in our system. But when we use appreciation as our healing tool, we're working with love rather than force, with gratitude rather than struggle. This allows old patterns to dissolve naturally and gently, making space for new, abundant beliefs to take root. One of the most common money blocks many of us carry is the belief that we don't deserve abundance or that wanting money makes us bad people. These beliefs often formed when we were very young, and they live in our hearts as emotional wounds that need healing touch. Appreciation helps us heal these wounds by gently proving to our inner child that we are worthy of good things. When you practice appreciating the money and abundance that does flow into your life, you're sending a clear message to your subconscious mind that you are deserving of prosperity. Every thank you for a dollar received, for a gift given, for an opportunity that comes your way is like applying healing balm to that wounded part of you that questions your worth. You can also use appreciation to heal inherited money patterns that you've absorbed from your family line. Perhaps your grandmother lived through the Great Depression and passed down deep fears about scarcity. Maybe your parents argued about money and you learned to associate wealth with conflict. These patterns can be gently released by appreciating your ancestors for doing their best to survive and protect their families, even when their methods created limitation. You might say something like, Thank you, grandmother, for teaching me to be careful with resources. Thank you for helping me understand the value of money. I appreciate your wisdom, and now I'm ready to also embrace abundance and prosperity. I can be both wise with money and open to receiving more than enough. This approach honors your family's experience while giving yourself permission to create a different relationship with wealth. Another powerful way to use appreciation for healing money blocks is to thank your current financial challenges for the lessons they're teaching you. This doesn't mean you have to like struggling with money, but you can appreciate how these challenges have made you stronger, more resourceful, and more compassionate. When you can find genuine gratitude for your difficulties, you transform them from problems into teachers. You might appreciate how financial stress has taught you to be creative and resourceful. You can thank tight budgets for helping you discover what truly matters to you. You can feel grateful for money worries that motivated you to seek new information and grow in ways you might not have otherwise. This kind of appreciation transforms your relationship with challenges from victimhood to empowerment. Sometimes our money blocks are connected to guilt about having more than others or fear that our success might hurt someone we love. Appreciation can help heal these blocks by recognizing that abundance is infinite and your prosperity actually contributes to the well-being of others. When you appreciate the abundance in your life, you're not taking anything away from anyone else. You're adding more gratitude and positive energy to the world. You can practice appreciating wealthy people instead of feeling envious or resentful toward them. When you see someone driving an expensive car or living in a beautiful home, try saying, "Thank you for showing me what's possible. Thank you for demonstrating that abundance exists. Thank you for inspiring me to believe in my own prosperity." This shifts you from the energy of lack and comparison into the energy of possibility and abundance. For those who carry blocks around charging money for their services or asking for raises, appreciation can help heal the belief that money is dirty or that spiritual people shouldn't care about material things. You can begin to appreciate money as a tool for good, as energy that allows you to serve more people and make a bigger positive impact in the world. You might practice saying, "Thank you, money, for being neutral energy that I can use for good. Thank you for allowing me to take better care of myself so I can better serve others. Thank you for the freedom you provide to make choices based on joy rather than survival. Thank you for being a tool that helps me express my values in the world." Another gentle way to heal money blocks is to appreciate your past financial mistakes instead of carrying shame about them. Perhaps you made poor investment decisions, accumulated debt, or trusted the wrong people with your money. Instead of continuing to punish yourself, you can find appreciation for the wisdom these experiences brought you. You might say, "Thank you, past self, for doing your best with the information you had at the time. Thank you for the expensive lessons that taught me to trust my intuition. Thank you for showing me the importance of financial education. Thank you for helping me develop compassion for others who struggle with money." This kind of appreciation breaks the cycle of shame and opens you to make wiser choices moving forward. Sometimes our blocks around receiving abundance come from old religious or cultural teachings that equated poverty with virtue. You can appreciate these teachings for the values they were trying to instill, while also giving yourself permission to embrace prosperity. You might say, "Thank you for teaching me to value humility and service. Thank you for showing me that character matters more than possessions. And thank you for this new understanding that I can be both spiritually aligned and financially abundant." The process of using appreciation to heal money blocks isn't about forcing yourself to feel grateful for things that genuinely hurt you. It's about finding authentic appreciation wherever possible and allowing that appreciation to gradually soften and transform the old patterns. Some days you might only be able to appreciate having survived financial difficulties. Other days you might feel grateful for lessons learned. Both are perfect and valid. As you continue this gentle healing work, you'll begin to notice that your automatic thoughts about money start to shift. Instead of immediately focusing on what you don't have, you'll find yourself naturally noticing what you do have. Instead of feeling anxious when money topics come up, you'll feel more calm and grounded. Instead of believing that abundance is for other people, you'll start expecting good things to flow to you as well. The beautiful thing about healing money blocks through appreciation is that it doesn't require you to dig up every old wound or analyze every limiting belief. Gratitude has the power to transform patterns at the energetic level, often without needing to understand exactly how or why the healing is happening. You simply practice appreciation consistently and trust that old blocks are dissolving and new pathways are opening. This healing work is not a race, and there's no timeline you need to follow. Some blocks might dissolve quickly, while others might take longer to fully transform. The invitation is to be patient and gentle with yourself, celebrating every small shift and trusting that appreciation is working its magic in your life, even when you can't see all the changes yet. As you begin to consistently practice appreciation in your relationship with money, something truly magical starts to happen. Gratitude begins to create what we might call a ripple effect in your life, where each thank you creates expanding circles of abundance that touch every area of your experience. Understanding this multiplication principle helps you trust the process even more deeply and opens you to receive prosperity in ways you might never have expected. When you appreciate the money that flows into your life, you're not just acknowledging that particular dollar or opportunity, you're actually creating an energetic signal that travels out into the universe like ripples on a pond, attracting more experiences that match that grateful, abundant vibration. Each act of appreciation becomes a seed that grows into multiple experiences of abundance. This happens because the universe operates on the principle of like attracting like. When you vibrate at the frequency of gratitude and appreciation, you naturally draw to yourself people, opportunities, and circumstances that match that high vibration energy. A person who genuinely appreciates what they have becomes magnetic to others who want to give, share, and collaborate. Think about the people in your own life who are naturally grateful and appreciative. Don't you find yourself wanting to do nice things for them, to share opportunities with them, to include them in good experiences? There's something about grateful people that makes others want to contribute to their happiness and success. This isn't manipulation or strategy. It's simply how energy works in relationships. When you practice financial gratitude consistently, you begin to show up differently in your work and business relationships. Colleagues notice your positive energy and are more likely to think of you when opportunities arise. Customers and clients feel drawn to your appreciative, abundant vibe and want to do business with you. Even strangers begin to respond to your grateful energy in ways that open doors and create unexpected blessings. The ripple effect also works through what we might call the gratitude glow that begins to emanate from you as this practice deepens. When you're genuinely appreciative of your life and circumstances, you carry yourself differently. You smile more readily, you speak with more warmth, you listen with more presence. These subtle changes in your energy field have profound effects on how others perceive and respond to you. Employers are more likely to consider grateful employees for promotions and raises because appreciation indicates emotional maturity and positive leadership potential. Business partners want to work with people who appreciate their contributions rather than those who focus on problems and complaints. Even service providers often go the extra mile for customers who express genuine appreciation for their work. But the multiplication effect goes beyond just human relationships. The universe itself seems to conspire to bring more abundance to those who appreciate what they already have. Appreciative people often report finding unexpected money, receiving surprise gifts, discovering amazing deals, and stumbling upon opportunities that seem to come out of nowhere. This isn't coincidence or luck. It's the natural result of operating from an abundant mindset that notices and attracts abundance. When you're looking for things to appreciate, you become aware of opportunities and resources that others miss because they're focused on lack and limitation. Your grateful awareness becomes a magnet for prosperity. The ripple effect also multiplies your appreciation practice itself. As you begin to notice more things to be grateful for, gratitude becomes easier and more natural. What starts as a conscious practice gradually becomes an automatic response to life. You find yourself naturally saying thank you throughout the day, automatically noticing abundance, spontaneously feeling grateful for simple pleasures. This creates what scientists call a positive feedback loop, where gratitude leads to more experiences worth being grateful for, which leads to even deeper gratitude, which attracts even more abundance. Each day builds upon the last, creating momentum toward greater and greater prosperity consciousness. Another beautiful aspect of the ripple effect is how your financial gratitude begins to heal and inspire others around you. When family members see you practicing appreciation around money instead of stress and worry, they begin to feel safer around financial conversations. When friends witness your shift from scarcity thinking to abundance consciousness, they become curious about what's possible for their own lives. Your children, if you have them, absorb your new relationship with money and begin to develop healthier beliefs about abundance from an early age. Your grateful approach to finances becomes a gift you pass on to future generations, breaking old family patterns of financial fear and creating new legacies of prosperity consciousness. The multiplication principle also works with your capacity to give and share. As you appreciate what you have, you naturally feel more generous and abundant. This generosity creates more flow in your financial life because giving and receiving are two sides of the same abundant coin. When you give from a place of appreciation rather than obligation, your gifts carry healing energy that blesses both the receiver and yourself. What's particularly beautiful about this ripple effect is that it often brings abundance in forms you weren't specifically asking for or expecting. You might practice gratitude for your current income and suddenly receive a tax refund you'd forgotten about. You appreciate your home and discover that its value has increased significantly. You feel grateful for your skills, and someone offers you a freelance opportunity that perfectly matches your talents. The universe has infinite ways to express abundance, and when you're in appreciation mode, you become open to receiving prosperity through channels you might never have considered. This openness to unexpected forms of abundance is one of the most delightful aspects of the gratitude practice. Trust that every sincere thank you offer is creating ripples of abundance that will eventually circle back to bless your life in the most beautiful ways. You don't need to understand exactly how this works or track the specific effects of each grateful moment. Simply practice appreciation consistently and allow the multiplication magic to unfold naturally in its own perfect timing. As your gratitude practice matures and you become more comfortable with appreciating the abundance that's already in your life, you're ready to explore some deeper techniques that can accelerate your prosperity consciousness and open you to receive wealth in even more powerful ways. These advanced practices build upon the foundation you've already created and help you work with gratitude at even more sophisticated levels. One of the most transformative advanced techniques is what we might call future appreciation or gratitude in advance. This practice involves feeling genuine thankfulness for the abundance that's already moving toward you, even before you can see physical evidence of it. This isn't about pretending or making believe. It's about recognizing that in the infinite field of possibility, your prosperity already exists and is finding its way to you. You might begin your day by saying, "Thank you for the perfect opportunities that are opening for me today. Thank you for the unexpected income that's flowing to me this week. Thank you for the abundance that's arranging itself in my favor right now." The key is to feel genuine appreciation as if these things have already happened, because in the realm of infinite possibility, they have. This practice helps you align with abundance before it manifests physically, creating a clear, energetic pathway for prosperity to reach you. When you appreciate future abundance as if it's already real, you remove resistance and doubt that might otherwise block or delay its arrival. You're essentially rolling out the red carpet for wealth to enter your life. Another powerful advanced technique is monetary meditation with gratitude. Set aside 10 to 15 minutes each day to sit quietly and appreciate money itself as a form of energy. Hold a bill or coin in your hands and feel genuine gratitude for the energy it represents. Appreciate money's ability to connect you with others, to facilitate the exchange of value, to provide freedom and security. During this meditation, you can also appreciate all the hands that money has passed through on its way to you. Thank the people who designed it, printed it, transported it, and handled it before it reached you. Feel connected to the vast network of abundance that money represents. This practice helps you develop a loving, respectful relationship with money, rather than one based on fear or desperation. You can also practice what we might call prosperity journaling, where you write detailed appreciations for the wealthy life you're creating. Describe your ideal financial situation with gratitude as if it's already happening. Thank you for my beautiful home that provides perfect space for my family. Thank you for my thriving business that allows me to serve others while creating abundant income. Thank you for my investment account that grows steadily and provides security for my future. The important distinction here is that you're not just visualizing or wishing, you're actively feeling grateful for these experiences as if they're current reality. This grateful expectation sends a powerful signal to the universe that you're ready to receive these blessings and that you'll appreciate them when they arrive. Another advanced practice involves appreciating the wealthy people in your life or in the public eye as teachers and inspirations rather than objects of envy or resentment. When you see someone living the kind of financial life you desire, practice saying, "Thank you for showing me what's possible. Thank you for proving that this level of abundance exists. Thank you for inspiring me to believe in my own prosperity." This practice transforms wealthy people from sources of comparison or jealousy into living examples of what you're calling into your own life. It shifts you from the scarcity belief that their success somehow diminishes your chances to the abundant truth that their prosperity proves there's plenty for everyone. You can also develop an advanced practice around appreciating money when it leaves your life, not just when it arrives. When you pay bills, buy groceries, or make any financial exchange, practice genuine gratitude for money's ability to flow and circulate. Thank you, money, for allowing me to pay for this electricity that lights my home. Thank you for enabling me to buy this food that nourishes my body. Thank you for flowing freely through my life. This practice transforms spending from a loss experience to an appreciation experience, keeping you in abundant energy even when money is flowing out of your accounts. It also signals to the universe that you trust money's ability to circulate back to you in even greater amounts. For those ready for very advanced work, you can practice appreciating your current level of wealth as perfect for where you are right now, while simultaneously being grateful for the expansion that's coming. This eliminates the resistance that comes from rejecting your current circumstances while still opening you to receive more. You might say, "Thank you for my current income that's teaching me valuable lessons and preparing me for greater abundance. Thank you for this apartment that's providing exactly what I need while my dream home prepares itself for me. Thank you for these financial challenges that are making me stronger and wiser for the wealth that's coming." This sophisticated approach honors your current reality while maintaining space for growth and expansion. It prevents the spiritual bypassing that can happen when we try to jump directly from financial struggle to abundance consciousness without acknowledging and appreciating where we actually are. Another advanced technique involves creating abundance partnerships with friends or family members where you practice appreciating each other's prosperity and supporting each other's financial dreams with gratitude rather than competition. You celebrate each other's successes, appreciate each other's growth, and hold grateful space for each other's expanding abundance. As you deepen into these advanced practices, you'll discover that gratitude becomes not just something you do, but something you are. Appreciation becomes your natural response to life, and abundance becomes your default expectation. These sophisticated techniques help you embody prosperity consciousness at the deepest levels and attract wealth that aligns with your highest good. Now that you've learned these powerful practices for transforming your relationship with money through appreciation, the invitation is to weave this new awareness seamlessly into your everyday life. The goal isn't to add more tasks to your day, but to infuse your existing activities with grateful awareness that keeps you aligned with abundance consciousness throughout all your daily experiences. Integration begins with the understanding that every moment offers opportunities to practice appreciation and strengthen your abundance frequency. Whether you're commuting to work, grocery shopping, paying bills, or having conversations about money, each activity becomes a chance to choose gratitude over worry, appreciation over complaint, abundance, thinking over scarcity focus. When you're driving or taking public transportation, instead of using this time to worry about your finances or mentally rehearse your money problems, you can practice appreciating your ability to get from one place to another. Thank your car for serving you reliably. Appreciate the roads that connect you to opportunities. Feel grateful for the fuel that powers your journey. If you take public transportation, appreciate the complex system that allows you to travel affordably and the people who keep it running. Grocery shopping becomes a powerful abundance practice when you approach it with appreciation. Instead of focusing on prices or feeling stressed about your budget, practice genuine gratitude for the incredible abundance of food available to you. Appreciate the farmers who grew your vegetables, the systems that transported food from around the world to your local store, your body's ability to digest and use this nourishment. Even when you're making careful choices based on your budget, you can do so from a place of appreciation rather than limitation. Thank you for helping me make wise choices with my money. Thank you for showing me creative ways to eat well within my means. Thank you for this abundance of affordable options. This keeps you in grateful energy even when you're being financially mindful. Transform bill paying from a stress-inducing chore into an appreciation ritual. As you write checks or pay online, thank each service provider for what they've given you. Appreciate your electric company for powering your home, your phone company for keeping you connected, your bank for managing your money safely. When you pay rent or mortgage, appreciate having a safe place to live and sleep. This doesn't mean you have to love high prices or unfair charges. but you can appreciate the services themselves while also affirming your ability to attract more income to handle these expenses easily. Thank you for providing this service. Thank you for my growing ability to pay for what I need with ease and grace. Workplace appreciation becomes a powerful tool for attracting raises, promotions, and better opportunities. Instead of focusing on everything that's wrong with your job, practice finding things to genuinely appreciate about your work situation. Thank your employer for providing income, appreciate your coworkers for their contributions, feel grateful for skills you're developing even in imperfect circumstances. This doesn't mean accepting poor treatment or staying in situations that don't serve you, but approaching your current work with appreciation often opens doors to better opportunities because you're vibrating at a frequency that attracts positive change rather than perpetuating more of what you don't want. When financial challenges arise, as they naturally do in everyone's life, your integrated practice helps you respond from abundance consciousness rather than panic mode. Instead of immediately falling into fear and scarcity thinking, you can pause and look for something to appreciate about the situation. Maybe it's your resilience, your creativity in finding solutions, or the support of people who care about you. This shift from reactive fear to responsive appreciation completely changes your energy around financial problems and often leads to solutions appearing much more quickly and easily. When you're in grateful energy, you're open to creative ideas, unexpected help, and opportunities that wouldn't be visible from a state of panic. Conversations about money with family members, friends, or colleagues become opportunities to share abundance consciousness rather than reinforcing scarcity beliefs. When others complain about financial problems, you can listen with compassion while also gently redirecting toward what's working in their lives. When others share good financial news, you can celebrate enthusiastically instead of feeling envious or comparing your situation to theirs. Your integrated practice also includes being mindful of the financial energy you bring to social situations. When friends want to do expensive activities you can't afford, you can suggest alternatives with appreciation rather than making excuses with shame. I'd love to connect with you, and I'm being mindful of my budget right now. How about we try that free concert in the park instead? This keeps you in social flow while honoring your financial boundaries. Even mundane activities like checking your bank balance become opportunities for appreciation practice. Instead of opening your banking app with dread, approach it with gratitude for whatever amount is there. Thank you for this money that's available to me right now. Thank you for my account that keeps my money safe. Thank you for technology that lets me track my finances easily. The beautiful thing about integration is that it creates such natural momentum toward greater abundance because you're consistently choosing thoughts and responses that align with prosperity rather than lack. Your entire day becomes infused with grateful energy that attracts more experiences worth being grateful for. As this integration deepens, you'll notice that abundance consciousness becomes your automatic response to life rather than something you have to work to access. Appreciation becomes as natural as breathing, and you find yourself effortlessly attracting opportunities, resources, and financial blessings because you're living from the energy of someone who expects and appreciates good things. The integration process is gentle and gradual, building day by day as you consistently choose gratitude over worry, appreciation over complaint, abundance thinking over scarcity focus. Trust that each grateful moment is rewiring your relationship with money and opening pathways for greater prosperity to flow into your life in perfect timing. As we come to the close of our time together, I want you to know how honored I am that you've chosen to spend these precious moments exploring a new way of relating to abundance and wealth. You've shown such courage in being open to the possibility that your financial life could be different, that prosperity could flow to you as naturally as your breath, that you truly deserve all the good things this abundant universe wants to shower upon you. What we've discovered together today isn't just a technique or strategy for getting more money. We've uncovered a fundamental truth about how the universe works and how you can align yourself with the natural flow of abundance that's always available to you. Those two simple words, thank you, are far more than polite expressions. They are powerful keys that unlock the door to prosperity consciousness and invite wealth to flow into your life with grace and ease. The beautiful journey you're beginning isn't about becoming someone different or achieving some distant goal. It's about remembering who you really are underneath all those old fears and limitations you inherited. You are a magnificent being, worthy of abundance, deserving of prosperity, capable of creating financial freedom and security. This has always been true about you, even when you couldn't see it or feel it. Your willingness to practice appreciation, to shift from scarcity thinking to abundance consciousness, to heal old money wounds with the gentle medicine of gratitude, this willingness is everything. It's the seed that will grow into the financial peace and prosperity your heart has been longing for. You don't need to do this perfectly or have it all figured out right now. You simply need to begin where you are, with what you have, offering genuine appreciation for the abundance that's already present in your life. Trust that every thank you you speak with sincerity is creating real change in your energy field, in your neural pathways, in your relationship with money, and in your capacity to receive all good things. You're not just practicing positive thinking, you're actually rewiring your entire being for abundance and training yourself to expect prosperity as your natural birthright. The ripple effects of your gratitude practice will extend far beyond your bank account. As you embody appreciation and abundance consciousness, you become a blessing to everyone whose life you touch. Your family will feel safer around money conversations because of your peaceful energy. Your children will learn healthy beliefs about abundance from watching your example. Your friends will be inspired by your transformation and become curious about their own possibilities. The world needs people like you who are willing to heal their relationship with money and step into their full, prosperous potential. When you allow abundance to flow freely through your life, you're not taking anything away from anyone else. You're actually contributing to the healing of collective consciousness around wealth and demonstrating that financial struggle is not inevitable or noble, but simply the result of forgotten abundance awareness. As you move forward from this moment, carry with you the deep knowing that you are supported by an infinitely abundant universe that wants nothing more than to see you thrive and prosper. The intelligence that creates galaxies and grows flowers from tiny seeds is the same intelligence that wants to create beautiful abundance in your financial life. You are not separate from this creative force. You are an expression of it. When challenges arise, as they sometimes will, return to appreciation. When old fears surface, as they naturally might, choose gratitude. When scarcity thinking tries to reclaim your attention, gently redirect your awareness to all the abundance that surrounds you right now. These practices will become your anchor in any storm and your compass toward ever greater prosperity. May you wake each morning with a heart full of appreciation for the abundance that's already yours. May you move through your days expecting good things to come to you from expected and unexpected sources. May you go to sleep each night grateful for the wealth that's flowing toward you even as you rest. And may you always know that you are deeply loved, completely worthy, and absolutely deserving of all the prosperity your heart desires. The universe is conspiring in your favor. Abundance is your birthright, And prosperity is not only possible for you, but inevitable as you continue this beautiful practice of gratitude. Thank you for being willing to heal, to grow, to transform your relationship with money and abundance. Thank you for being you, exactly as you are, right here, right now. Your abundant life is waiting for you, and it begins with your next heartfelt thank you.